And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Brogdon.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. Jeremy Lamb out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Warren in at the small forward position. And for Utah, O'Neal is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovic, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Warren kicks to Brogdon. Back to Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Got a piece of it. Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell. There's the triple. The rebound by Turner. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Brogdon against Mitchell. Back to Bogdanovic. Warren with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Warren kicks to Brogdon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Sabonis. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 22-point game against Sacramento. Poked away. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Sabonis.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, shooting 2, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
The first free throw is good. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
And so here is Indiana. Tipped away. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Warren the pass to Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lamb. That one, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Mitchell outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Mark, here we are in midseason, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
Here's Brogdon. Good D by Mitchell.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demands.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. He had stolen by Ingles. Knocked loose. Now the dish to O'Neal. Brogdon with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Here's Lamb. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I really believe the more playing time that Lamb gets, the better he'll become. He still has the potential, in my mind, to be a very solid player in this league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
You feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever, mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Lamb drops them both. And Jeremy Lamb, you feel like, Greg, he could be kind of a late bloomer.
The improvement he's shown the last few seasons has been huge. Much more comfortable as a scorer, and the defense has picked up for him as well.
Gobert finds Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell against Turner. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Indiana moving the ball around. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Mitchell to the inside. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. First in rebounding, third in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon, Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to lead the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
First one falls for him.
You know, he's a big guard who really uses his size well. Brogdon is capable of playing either of the guard spots. He's old school in that way, just a guard who happens to be very versatile.
Brogdon hits them both. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
On the attack, Bogdanovich showing his ability to put it on the floor.
Pacers leading by 4. Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Back to Sabonis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Lamb. Fires from deep. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
It's Brogdon on the wing. Pass to Sabonis. Over Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Jazz trail by 4. Conley for 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Warren kicks to Brogdon. Back to Warren. On the wing, Turner. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Sabonis trying to get open. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert finds Ingles. Lock at 6. And it's Conley that time on the assist from Bogdanovich.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
And there's the pass to Warren. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Here's Clarkson, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Now Brogdon. He had 22 points in the win against Denver.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
And the shot by Warren, no good. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 2, and the Jazz another 3.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Last time they met was in Indiana.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
A different look for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Moutier in for Joe Ingles. Outside Holiday. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Moutier. That shot misses. Holiday with the defensive effort. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Kicks it to Moutier. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Holiday. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Utah leading to the paint. Here's Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
And he's good on the second. Now, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
Holiday gets the bucket. Utah has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Moutier against Holiday. Outside Conley. No good that time. Indiana trailing here. That's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Pacers with possession here. Now, here's McConnell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And As we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Look at Indiana. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Shooting 2.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Passes it to Davis. Over Holiday, kept alive.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
The 19-foot shot. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Holiday. Now here's McConnell, covered by Conley. Good on the triple. McConnell's got 5 now. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Conley dishes to Davis. It's deflected. And here's McDermott. And he really played well against Denver. Bitadze can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the left side wing. Outside Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Moutier. Takes a 3. Utah the rebound. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Drills it from outside. Clarkson's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Jazz. McConnell with it over Conley. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Utah Jazz. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
They've got O'Neal. Moutier out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Davis, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's the group right now for Utah. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Jazz leading by 6. Mitchell wide open. And there's another one for the Jazz.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Baseline try. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Gobert. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. O'Neal passes to Moutier. 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Davis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. McDermott passes to Bitadze. Bangs home the trifecta. Bitadze's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Pass to O'Neal. He dishes it to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
The dive for the ball. Stolen by Mitchell. Feeds it to Ingles. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Utah Jazz?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the 3-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the 3-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the 3-point shot.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Just 5 to shoot. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Sabonis.
Yeah, I like Sabonis's game inside because he's confident and skilled.
Here's Mitchell. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the pass to Lamb. Off target from outside. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Lamb.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Outside, Davis. And here's Bogdanovich for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And Warren, here we go. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Knocks it loose. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up. And it's Warren with the jam.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Davis against Turner. Here's Mitchell. No good on the three.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Brogdon the pass to Warren. Sabonis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Oh, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
6 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Mitchell, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
In the corner, it's Sabonis. Here's Turner. O'Neal with the rebound.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Outside, Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Ingles. Dishes it to O'Neal. Jazz passing it around. Mitchell passes to O'Neal. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Utah. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference.
And I think for the Jazz, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Sabonis kicks to Warren. Over Ingles. Rebound, Utah. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Mitchell passes to O'Neal. 3-pointer. And it's Mitchell missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here's Bogdanovich. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Showing the willingness and the effort to get out and run, Bogdanovich knows how to create scoring opportunities.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Up top, Brogdon. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Turner. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Turner's got his first points of the game.
Boy, and Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Royce O'Neal. And a change for the Pacers. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Lamb. Here's Mitchell. He's got 10. Tipped away. Stolen by Brogdon. Passes to Sabonis. The kick out to Warren. A new 14 for Indiana. A second chance effort and stolen by Bogdanovich. There's the three. Cans it from downtown. Clarkson's got 9. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
For Indiana, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Now Clarkson, a 20-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Shot clock at 6. Shoots off the step back, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 11.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. You love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. Back to McConnell. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Utah leading by 6. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. Got a piece of it. Now here's McConnell. He has 7. Pass to McDermott. Pass to Bitadze. 5 to shoot. Over Moutier. Bitadze can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin.
And you look at their incredible three-point percentage. It's not just about their accuracy, but their execution using screens and creating those open looks. That's been key.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And some changes here for the Pacers. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Brogdon. And so he makes both from the line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Stolen by Michael Conley. Drops in the breakaway layup. Conley's got 10 points.
Fellow Buckeye Mike Conley, one of the outstanding point guards in the league. His defensive prowess, superb. He's not afraid to go after steals, and he usually gets his share.
Now the pass to Bitadze. Just 4 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Indiana again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
the total answer for this team. Clarkson on one tonight.
And here's Holiday. And so Indiana again turning it over. And so it's Utah up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. The second quarter saw them extend their lead to 12 points at the break through some solid team basketball. Very few wasted possessions and a strong effort defensively. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. Jeremy Lamb out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Warren in at the 3 slot. Sabonis with the ball. Passes it to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Turner trying to free himself up. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Brogdon.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle. And I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
And it's Mitchell missing. Pacers trail by 10. Outside Warren. Pass to Brogdon. Indiana moving it around. Outside Warren. Sabonis, the pass to Warren. Over Ingles. Off the left rim and out.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Long range from the inbound. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Jeremy Lamb. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Mitchell. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Jazz on D. They're scoreless since the first half. And a wide open look for Lamb. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Jazz leading by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Ingles finds Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Brogdon outside. Here's Turner, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And now just a 2-point Jazz lead. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Mitchell outside. Poked away. Stolen by Brogdon. Here's Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jeremy Lamb.
How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Back to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brogdon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Sabonis.
Excellent hustle from Bogdanovich. He really makes an effort to crowd shooters as they go up. Wants to bother the shot. That's good defense.
Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell. Trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Warren.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
For the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. 11 points for T.J. Warren.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. They get it back.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Ingles against Warren. Sabonis, the pass to Warren. Just 5 to shoot. Over Ingles. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Utah. In Indiana with a change here, too. Holiday's checked in. The pass to O'Neal. Now here's Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Over Turner. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Holiday against Ingles. Right side Turner. The shot by Brogdon wide open. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead. And you look at the job description for an elite defensive big man. Nowadays, it's not enough to just protect the rim.
No, you've got to be able to move your feet and also defend on the perimeter as well. And that's where Turner's quick feet have helped him. He's able to guard smaller players and recover to the lane. And that's a nice combination.
Brogdon the pass to Turner. Now Lamb. Brogdon outside. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
Gobert dishes to O'Neal. They get a hand on it. Pass to Conley. Launches it. The shot will not fall. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Mitchell. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
That's good from O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Moutier comes in for Mitchell. Indiana also making some changes. Leaf checked in for Miles Turner. McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Lamb. O'Neal hits them both. Indiana leading by 3. Holiday looking for an opening. He can't get it to go. So Utah will take it the other way. Here's Moutier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brogdon against Conley. Clock at 6. Pass to Gobert. Over Holiday. It's rebounded by Indiana. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Back to Conley. Second chance shot. Gobert trying to get open. Holiday inside the line. Moutier with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Conley finds Clarkson. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Holiday against Moutier. Back to Holiday. Outside Holiday. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Gobert. Second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Jazz have gone 9 of 13 from the line. A free throw drops for Gobert. The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Holiday, the pass to Thompson. 1:12 left in the third. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. .111 left in the third quarter of the game. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Jazz trail by 5. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Pulls it up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 16 points for Mike Conley. Pass to Sabonis. Buries it down low. And the Pacers lead by 5.
The hard way there, guys. Sabonis, a tough player, does not shy away from contact.
Outside Conley. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Holiday against Clarkson. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to McConnell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Now Conley from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Pacers leading by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Hey, what we got to do here is we got to execute offensively, set solid screens, and be patient if you get the switch. Okay, be patient if you get the...
Well, the message there, practicing patience out there, doesn't want them to be in a rush at all.
And why should they? Right now, it's all about making the right play.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. They've got Gobert. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Conley, and it's Clarkson in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah. Passes it to Gobert. Conley feeling it out. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
And that one falls for Conley.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Jazz trail by 7. Now, here is O'Neal. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
Pass to Turner. Gobert with the block. Here's O'Neal. Poke loose. Bogdanovich up top. Clarkson finds Gobert. 6 to shoot. Pass to Conley. This one for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. Turner trying to free himself up, and he can't stop the run as he misses. Utah trailing here. Down low. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Outside Holiday. Takes it from 10. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Yep, it counts. Bogdanovich has got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Unfazed by the defense, Bogdanovich with the quick trigger.
And the Pacers call time here. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Mitchell in for Mike Conley. The Pacers also changing it up. Warren comes in for Doug McDermott. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for the Pacers. And here are the Pacers now. 6 on the shot clock. Lamb, good.
His rate of development and improvement has been steady. Lamb showing real toughness on these difficult finishes.
Clarkson against Lamb. Now here's Gobert. Tight defense on him. Ingles kicks to Clarkson to take the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Outside Turner. It's Brogdon on the wing. From past the arc, that falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got his 3rd assist on the night. Jazz trail by 5. There's the pass to Mitchell. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Ingles passes to Bogdanovich, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Turner finds Brogdon. Here's Lamb. A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Brogdon against Mitchell. Right side, Bogdanovich. Clarkson on the wing. Here's Mitchell. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Maybe not a natural born distributor, but Clarkson working to keep his teammates involved.
Brogdon kicks to Warren. Offensive rebound, Turner. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 3. To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bogdanovich. Over Sabonis. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Warren against Ingles. Lamb passes to Warren. 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. With the shot. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. Back to Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Nice play there from Bogdanovich. Had the defense at a disadvantage, and he struck. You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady, and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
He misses the free throw. And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovich with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
And here's Sabonis. On the wing, Lamb. Just 5 on the clock. Sabonis, no good. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Double by Bogdanovich. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. He had stolen by Ingles. Now, here's Mitchell.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin, there. I mean, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Both free throws good from Warren. And the Jazz call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Malcolm Brogdon.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Jazz have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. It's tipped. Warren with the ball. Pass to Brogdon. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Good work defensively by Turner. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Clark, you know, it took some time for him to get to this point, but Jeremy Lamb has taken his game to the next level.
And you know, guys, we see these young guys come into the league after just 1 year of college, and it takes them a while to figure it out sometime. Lamb has gone from being just a contributor to a nightly impact player with his scoring. But across the board, you can see his game upticking in a really positive way.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb. Here's Gobert. Now the feed to Conley. And the shot is good. Conley's got 7 now in this quarter.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Outside, Lamb. Stolen by Clarkson. And even 3-on-3 break. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for Utah.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Brogdon against Bogdanovich. Sabonis trying to get open. Tries again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch 4. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Utah calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Now Ingles. Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Lamb against Clarkson. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Lamb. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Lamb.
Growing up more and more, shots like this prove Lamb has the confidence and the presence of mind to take shots like that.
Conley dishes to Clarkson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
You know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team All-Rookie and continues to develop.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Warren finds Sabonis. The shot, no good. Ready by Bogdanovich. Here's Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Lamb passes to Turner. Lamb dishes to Turner. And here's Warren for 3. The rebound by the Jams.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Pass to Clarkson. Gobert with it. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now, here's Ingles. Back to Gobert. It falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Timeout called the Pacers. .50 seconds left in the game. Warren against Ingles. Money!
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
You know, aggressiveness is what helps Lamb be able to draw these fouls.
Free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bogdanovich wide open. Sabonis grabs the board. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the jam. It's a 5-point game. O'Neal misses. And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Pass to Ingles. Can they get it? He can't hit that time. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.